good, y'all? It's the Demouchets React, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, Steve?
Today we're back with another American reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
So according to the Institute of Economic Affairs, Britain is now poorer than all 50 American states. We've been overtaken, this is by GDP per capita, we've been overtaken by Mississippi, which is the poorest American state. But what's really interesting is they did a poll of 3,000 British voters asking them where they thought the UK was in terms. We've been overtaken.
This is shocking. Shout out to our folk out there in Mississippi.
Right.
Shout out to y'all, man.
We ain't too far behind, baby. We're from Louisiana.
We right there.
Yeah,
but
we
they way in the BRITS talking about Mississippi, talking about they poured in Mississippi.
How y'all poured in Mississippi?
When this happened?
What y'all be doing? Drinking too much tea.
The tea? This is the tea fault?
Child, I don't know.
Is it the days off in the tea? Y'all sipping tea and not working?
Y'all be looking back at these videos like, Sierra, what are you talking about?
It be making sense though. They do like
drinking
their
too
tea.
much tea.
They do like their tea.
GDP per capita, we've been overtaken by Mississippi, which is the poorest American state. But what's really interesting is they did a poll of 3,000 British voters asking them where they thought the UK was in terms of wealth, and British people thought that on average they would be the 7th wealthiest state if it was an American state. So the question is, why do British people think they're much wealthier than they actually are? If Britain was an American state, how wealthy do you think it would be? How many American states do you think are wealthier than us in terms of GDP per capita?
Blimey, that me. You're asking the wrong person. Let's say 30. Just ballpark
30?
guess. I have genuinely no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a difficult one. I think depending on the area as well. If we're talking like different areas of the UK.
So the UK as a whole versus all the each American states.
So in comparison, is that the question?
Yes.
What state?
Yeah. So what state will we be most like? How many states are poorer than us? How many states are richer than us?
I have no idea.
Yeah, this is not a you question.
Talking.
Is there a right answer?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you the answer. Yeah. Have a guess.
So how many are richer than the UK?
Yeah, so it's 50 states.
Yeah.
If we were a state, how rich would we be?
I reckon we are in the lower 25%. I'm saying like a quarter.
That's definitely true.
Is it?
Extremely true. Actually, so we would actually be the 51st state, the poorest state.
That's
Wait. So they wouldn't be up there by Wyoming and all that.
They wouldn't be with New York or California.
Y'all wouldn't be up there.
And y'all know on the track, if y'all have been around for a long time, we always talk about our state, Louisiana, because we're number one in incarceration. 50 in education, but I think it rose to like 32 or something like just this last month for the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
What else?
And other stuff that I don't want to mention.
And the economy, like we're always at the bottom in Louisiana for some reason.
But we're the top visited.
Yeah, number one for tourism. I don't think we're number one, but I know we're
in the top. Right.
We're in the top 5%.
Yeah, it sounds good.
But 51st? The UK is poorer than Louisiana.
No, man, that's crazy.
What?
That is crazy. This is news, y'all.
What happened? What y'all been doing?
Overtaken by Mississippi, which was the poorest American state. And there was a survey done for 3,000 British voters were polled, and most British voters thought we would be about 7th. Which is 7th out of 50, whereas we're actually 51.
Oh my God.
So why do you think we're so much poorer than the Americans?
Because everything here is so expensive. So the housing market, for example, the houses you can get in the US versus the house in the UK, you're talking like triple the size.
Yeah.
So it's like everyone's money is spent on rent, mortgages. It's just so much more expensive here. I also think that the job market, the amount that people get paid for the same jobs in America is significantly more. So it's just not giving people fair opportunities because of the amount of money and tax. Most of people's wages go to tax as well, so the actual take home is very, very limited.
If Britain was to join the United States as the 51st state, how many states do you think would be richer than us per person, and how many would be poorer than us?
Ooh. I would say there'd probably be 20 states richer.
Yeah.
And then 32 per.
I mean, that's the same
And just to clarify,
area.
so your perspective, you're from Northern Ireland originally, which is obviously part of the UK, but you now live in Texas. So you've got both perspectives.
For sure, there's a lot of rich people in the US, but only in certain states like New York, Texas, California.
Every state got rich.
But then you go to like Oklahoma and stuff, and they're just not that rich there.
Not
So
really.
I'm possibly going to surprise you, because according to the new study, every single American state is now wealthier per person than the UK, including Mississippi, which was well, it still is the poorest state per capita, has now overtaken the UK.
Wow, is it? I had no idea.
So this kind of leads us on to the next question. Why do you think British people think we're richer than we are?
I'll make it look good.
Right.
I would say there's a lot more middle class in Britain.
Yeah.
So, if you drive around small towns in America, it looks like there's a lot of poor people. But there's also a lot of rich people in the US, so it just varies. I think the general middle class in the UK just feels like they're richer.
Yeah. And what's very interesting is that, you say, was it 25th or something? Mm-hmm. You did a lot better than the British public as a whole. So the British public, 3,000 people were surveyed, and the average was 7th. They thought we'd be the 7th richest state, when we'd be the 51st.
Yeah, wow.
So clearly there's a big disconnect between how rich British people think they are and how rich we actually are.
For sure. Yeah, that's huge. Yeah, crazy.
It is huge. There was a recent survey.
So could it be because they was mentioning that the middle classes, I guess they're comfortable, they're getting paid to where they can actually, and I don't know, I can't really speak for y'all, but I'm just getting little pieces here. They're comfortable, they're getting paid enough to get by. Mm-hmm. And if they're getting paid enough to get by, then that keeps them on their toes enough to where they can still shop, spend time with family, and things of that nature.
Holidays. They love their holidays.
Yeah, so it's like, maybe it's like a sheet over the eyes type of stuff for them. To think that they're actually doing the big work when they're really just not getting paid enough for real. But it's enough for them to still get by, but it's not enough to think that they're the richest.
Right. I don't know.
It's like a trick. It's almost like a trick.
This really is shocking. This is shocking. Like, to be,
This is news.
I never seen like a small, I don't think we've seen a small countryside town in the UK yet to like really kind of grasp everything, because we always see the UK looking like this, and to us that don't look like anything is wrong. It look like, the background. I remember I was watching a TikTok of somebody who was walking in the hood of the UK, and I'm like, that's the hood. Child, I thought that was like some rent-to-own housing or something. Like, it didn't look like the hood at all. Yeah. So, like I said, they're working to live. And on the other hand, especially the country towns, especially the people who are at the bottom, they are the opposite. They don't know what a holiday is. They're not even thinking about a holiday. They are thinking about these bills gotta get paid. That's it.
Yeah. I'm gonna look in the comment sections for this because I'm gonna hear what y'all gotta say. I'm not too fond about y'all not having it together. Whoa! It's not that.
They didn't say that.
It's not having it together. I'm talking about when it comes to the
what changed?
The
what
stats.
happened?
The stats.
Right.
Because y'all always on the top for the stats.
Right.
That's how it
what
is.
happened? And we also have to take into account, like, after the pandemic, a lot has changed around the world. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
What has affected this?
I'm gonna let them call it out in the comment section because they will let us know.
Britain is now poorer than all 50 American states. We've just been overtaken by Mississippi. Yeah. Does that surprise you?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, we get run down a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think Britain's as bad as people say.
Yeah. But there's also a poll, and British people think that if Britain was an American state, we'd be the 7th richest state. So the actual answer is 51. We would be the poorest American state.
But it depends who you ask, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Ask the rest of the people, they might get a different answer.
Do you think that, because obviously like quality of life stuff, like we have like free healthcare and stuff, do you think that kind of makes up for not being so rich GDP per capita?
It depends what you deem as being rich though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You're talking monetary, lifestyle, quality of life. Wouldn't go to America if you paid me.
Really?
I've got no interest in going to America.
Do you think, so a lot of American...
Certainly wouldn't go now.
If Britain was an American state, if we were the 51st state, how many states do you think would be richer than us, and how many states do you think would be poorer than us?
Oh, that's a very good question. I like that one.
Thank you.
I don't know what a state is.
Okay.
Can you give me an example?
So like California, Texas,
okay,
Florida.
Texas.
There's 50 states in the American
Okay.
Union. If Britain was to become the 51st state, how many states would we be richer than? How many would we be poorer than?
Oh, that's fun. Do you know?
I reckon we'd be in the top 10.
You reckon?
I reckon we'd be in the top 10, yeah, because I feel like London's got a lot of business going on. It's got a very flourishing capital, do you know what I mean? It's like if you look where we are now, lots of tourists.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd say about top 10, definitely, yeah.
What about you, Jude?
Because I like the number 2, I'm going to say top 22.
Top 22. That's nice and even.
Yeah, that's
I've got some bad news. We would be the 51st, the poorest. The poor. If every single American state, including Mississippi and Alabama, which is
Bro, I really feel like he's trolling though.
per capita basis, so per person. Yeah,
That stuff don't sound realistic.
But what's interesting is there was a big survey done, and most British people think that we would be number 7. So 3,000 British people were asked, and the average number was we would be number 7, which is pretty much what you thought.
Yeah, I said 10. Yeah.
And so it's you were actually more accurate than the average British person. But so why do you think we're so much poorer than Americans, and why don't we realise it?
Yeah, I need that answer.
I think
What happened?
it'll be because like right now, probably like London's not like it's not like looking after itself, and we're not looking after each other. I don't feel like there's a lot of a community or there's not much of a community here. I feel like everyone's very like segregated in certain regards. Like they're segregated within their communities, and I feel like we don't look to help each other out. It's everyone's each for their own. Which even though each for your own, you think the benefit. I feel like overall negatively impacts everyone.
Do you think America has better communities than we do? Stronger communities?
I feel like, yeah, definitely in certain states, like even if you don't like those communities, I feel like there's definitely some mad communities out there, like, do you know what I mean? But I feel like if you go to each state, there's a very tight-knit. Like, if you go to Alabama, you know what type of person you're expected to meet. If you go to Texas, you kind of know, you know what I mean? You know what a Texas person is going to be like, you feel me?
Yeah. Do you agree with this?
Well, isn't it because we also had lockdown as well?
But the Americans did as well.
Oh.
I wish we could use that excuse.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I think there's a lot of bums here as well. I can't lie. There's a lot of people that don't really work a lot.
Because America has less welfare.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people in America are like, I don't know, even though they've got a terrible, well, in my opinion, terrible Prime Minister, or President, whatever it's called, I think we have a lot of lazy people in the UK, whereas America, I feel like everyone's like really bright, happy, I want to work, like, I feel like it's more fun.
Was that a wrap? All right, y'all.
That was the end.
That was the
okay.
end.
But y'all see how she didn't know what a state was?
And that's okay.
And we're not tearing her down because she didn't know.
Exactly. That's okay.
You're supposed to be a student.
I do believe if you was to ask like American this question, they will put y'all on the pedestal.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Depends on the state though. Like, it depends.
Really?
Yeah.
Will we think that Brit is the bottom of the food chain had to become a state of the U.S.? We wouldn't have thought that.
In Louisiana, if you ask a person, no.
I don't think
But like,
anywhere.
think about New York.
Unless they travel there a lot and they know of it.
LA.
But...
If you ask the person from these different places. Yeah. I think the answers will be different. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go research this myself.
I'm with you on that one.
I gotta understand what happened.
Yeah, and I wish they would like give us some more clarity about why all of a sudden.
What?
I'm gonna need answers. Yeah.
We had better. I don't know what we had.
She don't know what we had. It's okay. But we had it.
Right. Anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.